evening. This is the 18 WJTS News. I'm Charlotte Olson. A Cannleton man has been found guilty for his involvement in the murder case of another Cannleton man. Back on March 14th of 2016, Indiana State Police Detective Troy Fisher initiated a murder investigation into the death of 47-year-old Philip Chase of Cannleton. Detectives with the Indiana State Police Jasper Post believe that 49-year-old Stacy Matney, also of Cannleton, had went to a home located along the 4300 block of Bell Hollow Road in Cannleton where he engaged in a verbal argument with Chase. Police say that during the course of the argument, Matney brandished a handgun and shot Chase in the head, resulting in his death. Later that same day, Matney was located and arrested in Hawesville, Kentucky. On March the 24th, 2016, he was transported to the Perry County Jail where he was held until the date of his trial. On Thursday, a Perry County Circuit Court jury of 12 convicted him for the murder of Chase. Matney will be incarcerated at the Perry County Jail until the sentencing hearing of April the 6th. Indiana State Police were assisted by Perry County Prosecutor Attorney Jason Houch, the Cannleton Police Department, the Perry County Sheriff's Department, the Tell City Police Department, and also assisted with the Hancock County, Kentucky Sheriff's Department. Early morning motorists saw traffic along US 231 between Hayesville and Jasper reduced to one lane. Sometime after 7 a.m., traffic on US 231 between Hayesville and Jasper near Marvin's Computers was limited to one lane as local safety officials moved a semi-tractor trailer that had become stuck. As always, law enforcement reminds motorists to maintain vigilance when on their morning commutes going to and from their workplace. State troopers arrested a drunk driver over twice the legal limit in the middle of the day on Thursday in Washington. Thursday afternoon, Indiana State Senior Trooper Jared Lentz stopped 62-year-old John McCammon of Washington for failing to use a turn signal on Highland Avenue in Washington. During the course of his investigation, Senior Trooper Lentz believed that McCammon might be under the influence. A chemical test was performed at the Daviess County Sheriff's Department and it was tested in at 0.17% BAC, which is over twice the legal limit in Indiana. McCammon was arrested and booked into the Daviess County Jail on 2 charges of OWI and a citation, operator never licensed. A Jasper woman was placed under arrest after a witness says they saw her taking drugs and stumbling in public. 25-year-old Tila Hemmerline of Jasper was arrested last night after Jasper police received a report that a female resembling and later identified as Hemmerline was walking into the Jasper lofts when a witness says that they saw her taking drugs and then walking up and down the first floor, staggering back and forth. Police caught up to Hemmerline a short time later as she did not live at the lofts. Police made contact with Hemmerline at her place of residence, and when was asked about the complaint, Hemmerline admitted to possessing illegal items. She was then taken and arrested and lodged into the DuBois County Security Center on initial charges of possession of meth, heroin, and also possession of paraphernalia. The annual St. Patrick's Day celebration will get into full swing this weekend in the Ireland community, and events actually kicked off a couple weeks ago with the honorary Mayor for a Day kickoff party, which honored Rich and Betty Edwards on Friday, March the 2nd. That was followed by the Light Up Ireland ceremony, and the preliminary events concluded with the Little Miss Shamrock contest as Ella Leinenbach took home the top honor of the 2018 Little Miss Shamrock. First runner-up was Sophie Schneer. Several other early events took place that weekend, including rock, paper, scissors, and the home lighting events. But things really kick off tonight and continue through Saturday and Sunday morning before everything culminates with the annual Ireland St. Patrick's Parade, which begins at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Several new events are planned for this year's celebration, including a pub hunt, cook-off, a 6-member team elimination dodgeball tournament, a craft brew tasting contest, and an Irish I Will ball drop. For a complete listing of events as well as times and locations, you can go to our website, or you can visit www.stpatsirelandin.com. A reminder to those planning to be out and about tonight, troopers with the Indiana State Police Jasper Post will be conducting a sobriety checkpoint somewhere in DuBois County this evening and early Saturday morning. The exact location and the time is not released. However, motorists that are not impaired can expect to only be delayed for 2 or 3 minutes while passing through this checkpoint. Troopers encourage all motorists to call 911 or the closest Indiana State Police post when they observe another motorist that may be impaired. Be prepared to give a description of the vehicle, location, and direction of travel. The Indiana State Police are committed to traffic safety and will continue to conduct saturation patrols and sobriety checkpoints to apprehend impaired drivers and to also help others from drinking and driving. In an effort to connect clients with hiring companies, Lincoln Hills Development Corporation co-hosted a Job and Career Expo on February the 1st in Tell City. Along with Perry County Development Corporation and Lincoln Land Economic Development Corporation, Lincoln Hills empowers people to improve their quality of life, and the agency has made some huge strides in the past year by co-hosting a job fair and installing job boards in 7 facilities. The goal of the expo was not only to connect the public with employment opportunities, but to also provide local students the opportunity to interact with employers. The job fair was open to the public and attracted approximately 75 job seekers, as well as 7 area schools that bused more than 1,000 students to the facility. 59 employers participated in the event, and Mesmer, Indiana General Assembly, does conclude the 2018 session that the Indiana General Assembly concluded on Wednesday. So District 48 State Senator Mark Mesmer Jasper says that highlights of this year's session include bills aimed at fighting the drug epidemic, improving workforce development, and supporting Hoosier schools. Among this year's bill is Senate Enrolled Act 50, which Mesmer also co-authored, and House Bill 1002. These 2 bills work together to streamline Indiana's workforce development efforts and to expand financial aid for job fair training. In a release, Mesmer says that this legislative session was important, for he stated and says that lawmakers successfully implemented crucial laws that battle the opioid epidemic and attract high-paying jobs to our state and also enhance the education system. Mesmer says that he's looking forward to continuing to work towards advancing the state to the next level. In addition to these highlights, Mesmer authored and also sponsored other noteworthy bills that passed as well, and those include Senate Enrolled Act 380, which speeds up the approval process for construction projects in historic districts, House Enrolled Act 1384, an update on Indiana's code in regard to chiropractors, cleaning up the language and requiring more education in order to obtain a chiropractor's license. Mesmer says that Senate Enrolled Act 380 was brought to his attention last year by Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spinner while attempting to get the city's Stellar City project approved. He says instead of a minimum 3-month time frame, Senate Enrolled Act 380 shortens the approval process to 30 days, allowing for a quicker turnaround of these important projects. Mesmer represents Indiana Senate District 48, which includes Pike and Spencer counties and portions of Du Bois, Gibson, Knox, and Warwick. And make sure you keep it right here, except next we're going to take a look at your weather summary.